will tear your soul apart.
Welcome to an in-depth breakdown of Clive Barker's 1987 horror classic, Hellraiser. In this video, we'll explore the entire plot, delve into the movie's deeper themes, and thoroughly explain its mysterious and chilling ending. A masterpiece of gothic horror, Hellraiser is a dark tale of forbidden desires, moral corruption, and the thin line between pleasure and pain. So grab your puzzle boxes and let's dive into this nightmare. Released in 1987, Hellraiser is based on Clive Barker's novella The Hellbound Heart and serves as his directorial debut. The film quickly became a cult classic for its unique combination of psychological horror and visceral imagery. While its gore and shocking visuals are what initially caught audiences' attention, the story itself is a complex exploration of human desires, familial betrayal, and cosmic justice. Welcome back to You Nerdy Show. I'm your host, Spoiler Master. The film follows Frank Cotton, a man whose unrelenting lust for ultimate pleasure leads him to a fateful encounter with the Cenobites, otherworldly beings who embody the extremes of sensation. As the story unfolds, Frank's brother Larry, his wife Julia, and Larry's daughter Kirsty become entangled in the dark consequences of Frank's decisions. Let's unravel the story piece by piece, just like the infamous puzzle box at the heart of the film.
The box. You opened it.
Frank's obsession and tragic fate. The movie begins in Morocco, where Frank Cotton, a hedonist seeking the ultimate thrill, purchases an antique puzzle box called the Lament Configuration. This mysterious object is said to summon beings capable of delivering unimaginable pleasures. The cryptic shopkeeper hands over the box with an eerie warning, "Take it. It's yours. It always was." Back at his attic in England, Frank solves the puzzle box in a ritualistic setup surrounded by candles. As the pieces of the box shift into place, chains with hooks shoot out, tearing into Frank's flesh. The room transforms into a nightmarish dimension filled with grotesque sights. The Cenobites appear, otherworldly figures adorned with mutilations symbolizing their fixation on the balance of pain and pleasure. The lead Cenobite, Pinhead, observes Frank's remains and resets the puzzle box, restoring the attic to its original state. Frank's very existence is wiped from reality, or so it seems.
Who is this?
Dad.
Kirsty!
A new beginning for Larry and Julia. Sometime later, Frank's brother Larry and his wife Julia arrive at the family home, intending to move in. The house is in disarray, reflecting Frank's chaotic lifestyle. Julia, uneasy from the start, has her reasons. She once had an affair with Frank, a secret that still haunts her. As they settle in, Larry's optimism about starting fresh contrasts with Julia's disdain for their situation. During their walkthrough, they find remnants of Frank's time in the house, including disturbing photographs of him with various women. Julia secretly pockets one of these photos, revealing her lingering obsession with him.
Will you drive? He needs stitches.
Yeah, sure.
The keys are in the kitchen.
The accident that awakens Frank. During moving day, Larry injures his hand while struggling to carry a heavy mattress up the stairs. His blood drips onto the attic floor, unknowingly triggering Frank's resurrection. The blood seeps into the floorboards, and beneath them, a grotesque process begins. A skinless and partially formed Frank crawls out from the depths of the house, his horrific state a testament to the power of the Lament Configuration and his determination to return. Julia, seeking solace in the attic, encounters the monstrous version of Frank. Although horrified at first, she listens as Frank explains that Larry's blood partially restored him, but that he needs more to fully regenerate his body and escape the Cenobites. Driven by her unresolved feelings for Frank, Julia agrees to help him. What follows is a chilling transformation as Julia lures unsuspecting men to the attic. With calculated charm, she seduces these victims before violently killing them, allowing Frank to feed on their blood and flesh. Each death brings Frank closer to physical restoration, and Julia becomes increasingly complicit in his gruesome plan. Her descent into darkness highlights the corrupting influence of her desires and her devotion to Frank.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Kirsty discovers the truth. Kirsty, Larry's daughter, becomes suspicious of Julia's erratic behavior. One day, she follows Julia and witnesses her leading a man into the house. Curious and alarmed, Kirsty sneaks inside and stumbles upon the horrifying sight of Frank feeding on one of Julia's victims. Frank recognizes Kirsty and corners her, taunting her with the phrase, "Come to daddy." In a desperate attempt to escape, Kirsty grabs the puzzle box, realizing its importance to Frank. She throws it out a window and flees the house. Overwhelmed by the encounter, Kirsty collapses in the street. Passers-by take her to a hospital, where she wakes up confused and disoriented. The doctors question her, leaving the puzzle box nearby. While recovering, Kirsty examines the puzzle box, unaware of its true nature. As she solves it, the walls of her hospital room split open, revealing a dark, otherworldly corridor. She ventures inside and encounters a grotesque creature that chases her back to her room. The Cenobites appear, led by Pinhead, who explains that opening the box summons them. They are explorers in the further regions of experience, offering sensations beyond human comprehension. When Kirsty pleads ignorance, they prepare to take her to their realm. Desperate to avoid her fate, Kirsty reveals that Frank has escaped their clutches. Intrigued, the Cenobites agree to spare her if she can lead them to Frank, but with a chilling warning: if she betrays them, they will tear her soul apart.
We have such sights to show you.
Frank's deception and Julia's betrayal. Back at the house, Frank is now nearly fully regenerated. Julia urges him to stop killing, but Frank insists he needs one more victim, Larry. Reluctantly, Julia helps him execute his plan. When Kirsty returns home, she discovers Frank now wearing Larry's skin. He tries to convince her that Frank is dead, but his behavior betrays him. The Cenobites appear, demanding proof of Frank's identity. In his arrogance, Frank boasts about his crimes, inadvertently sealing his fate. The Cenobites unleash their chains, tearing Frank apart in a gruesome display of justice. As he is dragged back to their realm, he utters the chilling words, "Jesus wept." With Frank gone, the Cenobites turn their attention to Kirsty, reneging on their deal. Determined to survive, Kirsty uses the puzzle box to banish them one by one. Each configuration sends a Cenobite back to their dimension, culminating in Pinhead's departure. As the house begins to collapse, Kirsty escapes with her boyfriend Steve, narrowly avoiding destruction. Believing the nightmare to be over, Kirsty throws the puzzle box into a fire. However, the mysterious derelict from earlier reappears. He retrieves the box, transforming into a skeletal, winged creature before flying away. In the final scene, the puzzle box returns to the Moroccan shop, ready to lure another seeker of forbidden pleasures. The shopkeeper's ominous words echo, "What's your pleasure, sir?" Ending explained. The ending of Hellraiser leaves viewers with lingering questions about the puzzle box and the Cenobites. Frank's destruction serves as poetic justice, but the cyclical nature of the box's curse suggests that the nightmare is far from over. Kirsty's survival is a testament to her resilience and moral resolve. However, the final scene with the derelict retrieving the box hints at the eternal nature of its dark allure, ensuring that its horrors will continue to ensnare others. Hellraiser remains a landmark in horror cinema, blending gore, psychological depth, and existential questions. Its themes of desire, morality, and cosmic justice resonate far beyond its gruesome visuals.
We want the man who did.
Our nerdy thoughts. As a horror fan, Hellraiser is one of those films that stays with you long after the credits roll. It's not just another slasher flick, it's an unnerving dive into the darkest corners of human desire and the consequences of chasing extremes. Clive Barker's vision feels like a twisted blend of gothic romance and cosmic horror, making it as intellectually intriguing as it is viscerally disturbing. The Cenobites are the stars of the show, especially Pinhead, whose calm, commanding presence is more terrifying than any jump scare. Their design is genius, grotesque, yet mesmerizing, perfectly reflecting their philosophy of pain and pleasure as one. The practical effects are a standout, especially Frank's horrifying resurrection scene. Sure, some effects feel dated now, but the raw creativity behind them gives the movie an unsettling handmade charm. On the flip side, the pacing can drag in spots, and some of the dialogue feels clunky. But Julia's descent into madness and Kirsty's fight for survival more than make up for it. Ultimately, Hellraiser is a must-watch for horror fans. It's not afraid to push boundaries, offering more than scares. It challenges you to confront the uncomfortable. Just maybe keep puzzle boxes out of your decor, yeah? What did you think of this horror classic? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more in-depth explorations of your favorite movies. Thank you for watching, and remember, beware of mysterious puzzle boxes. They may offer more than you bargained for. See you in our next video. Till then, bye-bye and take care.
Now what the heck, I'll laugh anyway.